Now, we have half of our hull shape, and then we turn it over and do the other side, and that will leave us with the sides to do. Now, the sides of our boat are not straight up and down, but they taper in like this. They have a taper to them over here on either side, and we've drawn that on our transom design. So we have to cut the sides of the boat at that angle. There we go. And it's the same angle all the way down to the bow of the boat. There we go. Now we have a nice even line across here and a nice even line on our keel, and the front of the top of the boat is left for us to do next. Okay, now on the top of our boat, we'll come back to our drawing. We have a cockpit that we have to mark in there. So we come to the edge of our line and make in the center line and make a cockpit on the top of the boat. Now this is, we're going to draw freehand, but at least we've got it in the right place. And we'll follow the contour of the hull over here and over here. There we go. Now all of that's going to get carved away, but at least it gives us reference as to where we're going to carve to. What we want to do now is to carve the deck portion. And the deck is not flat on a boat. That's because when water comes up on top, you want it to drain off to the side. So it has a radius to it, and that radius is called a camber. Okay, now we're carving out the cockpit of the boat. That's the area where the boatman will stand to steer the boat. We're going to leave a little portion of the front of the boat between the cockpit and the deck for a shape called a coaming, C-O-A-M-I-N-G. Coaming is a little shield that's put on the front of the boat to keep the water from going into the cockpit when you hit the water and water splashes up on the front of the boat. So we want to leave a little material there for that. And we'll come all the way back to the rear deck with our cockpit, and we can carve that out. And we'll make a nice smooth edge on our boat right there. The coaming kind of looks like a windshield. But it doesn't stick up so high, and it's not transparent, so you can't see through it. It's just there to keep that water from going inside. There we go. There's a nice angle to it. And there you have a boat. Now, we can also add some other details to the boat. You see on this one, I've carved in some little lines on the back with a pencil. This gives us a cover for our motor on our boat. And also gives us the opportunity to do some other detail and cleaning up. On the side of the boat, you'll see here where I've got a line. If you take your pencil and run it, the round part of it, up and down, you start to eliminate some of those, what we call tooling marks on the model. And there you go. Now you have a boat. There are many different kinds of boats, and if you do this and enjoy this, you might want to do something else. You can try a canoe or a sailboat. You might try an old schooner, kind that Columbus sailed on. There are other things you can try. A nice simple shape to carve out of soap is a fish. There we go, nice little fish. And if you get really, really interested in carving and really enjoy it, you can do something intricate like a face of a doll. Enjoy.